All right, y'all. We are live. We are live on this beautiful Tuesday. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. I do pray everybody is super blessed during this crazy, mind-numbing Bitcoin pump. Can you guys believe this candle that has just happened right now? Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Bam! Wow, the 1 hour. Look at this massive blue candle. Have you ever even seen such a thing? Absolutely insane and crazy, guys. Would you believe? Would you believe? Would you believe? Here's something I can't believe. Look at this. Would you look at this? Would you look at this? Okay, I longed Bitcoin way back in the day. From here, June 15th, MEXC did not take the low. So your boy was still long all this time. We did not hit my stop loss. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So your boy is still long, still in the swing long trade from 24.8, taken in June. Man, now that is called a blessing. That is called a blessing. I don't know any other word for that than a blessing. All right, and yes, we're still in multiple short trades on Bitcoin, as can be seen, and we're going to be talking about this pump, guys. As you can see, we're coming up to a major trend line right now. Let's take a look right now at this trend line that is currently printing on the chart. Let's make it thick and green. Okay, look at this. This is the retest of a massive trend line. We go to the 4-hour time frame, and let's turn off some stuff on the chart here. All right, because you know this is an impromptu stream, guys. This is an emergency live stream. Right, an emergency live stream. Let's turn all this stuff off. Everything except that trend line. Boom. Look at this trend line, guys. All right. This is the trend line that goes all the way back. Let's clean up this chart even more. This trend line goes all the way back, y'all, to basically December 2022. We hit one tap, two tap. Now we've lost it. Now we're coming back to back test it right now. This is a very key area for Bitcoin, because if we take a look at this entire area here, all right, we are back inside the range. We are coming to the point of control of the range. If we can reclaim this very important level right here, we are going to get sucked up to the $30,000 level again. Now I've been bullish on my last few videos for the following reasons, right? You've been following my channel. I know a lot of people haven't been watching because Bitcoin has been so boring, but we've been noticing a few things. What have we been noticing in my past 3 videos, saying the same thing for 3 days in a row because Bitcoin hasn't done anything? Hidden bullish divergence coming back to this key low. On the daily time frame, we had a hidden bullish divergence printing. On the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? We have the bullish market Cipher B. Money flow curving to the upside. Momentum waves curving to the upside. Giving us the Sam Bankman-Fried bullish man breast pattern. Okay? So, we are coming up to a very key support resistance flip right here, guys. This is going to be super key. If we go ahead and we pull our fib from the high to the low, we are coming up into the Fibonacci golden pocket retest. Okay, this is make it or break it for Bitcoin. Now, before we get overly bullish here, before we start shouting for joy, 100K Bitcoin, all right, we need to understand a few facts, all right? We want truth and not facts around here, all right? Now, what do we need to understand? Market structure, at least on certain exchanges, right? At least on certain exchanges, has flipped bearish. All right, it's flipped bearish. What do I mean by that? Well, when we put in the high, okay, we put in this high right up here back in the day, we have now put in a lower low that is lower than this low. That means on a higher term time frame, we have put in a lower low, and that is officially now entering into bearish market structure. Right? Officially now entering into bearish market structure. That means even if Bitcoin keeps pumping from here, right? We need to be very careful as we come up into the zone right around the value area high of the range, right around this area, because this is going to be major resistance, right? When everybody gets super bullish, that's when we need to be understanding that we flipped market structure bearish, and now we're coming up to key resistance where price is likely to make a lower high, okay? It's very important. The reason why, one of the main reasons why I have maintained a more bullish bias for the past few days is because everybody was getting very bearish down at these lows. Everybody was getting very bearish down at these lows. And when we look at market Cipher B, we could see clearly it was not looking very bearish. Right now, I know there's been some news that's just come out, right? There's been some news or something that came out that caused this pump, but here's the thing. The technicals will always precede the fundamentals, right? Hidden bullish div on the daily. 4-hour market Cipher B looking bullish. You don't just get that and expect nothing to happen. Even if this is all that happens, even if this is it, a big pump and dump, bam, bam, right? Even if that's all that happens, we can't say it came out of nowhere. We can't say it came out of nowhere because when we look at our indicator, market Cipher B, boom, we can clearly see on the 4-hour money flow and momentum getting higher as we consolidate. And technically, if we want to get technical here, we did print a bullish div on the 4-hour already. I didn't even notice that. This happened when I was away. I was away for a whole week. I haven't traded in a week, all right? Now, money flow is curving to the upside right now on the 4-hour. And if we take a look at this downtrend that we were in on the 4-hour, we've broken out of it, right? You can take trend lines on the oscillator and look for breaks in the trend, right? We have a high, we have a lower high, we have a lower high. Now we've made a higher high. That's showing us a break of structure on the oscillator in addition to a break of structure on the lower term time frames, right? We have put in our low, we put in our high, which actually was here, put in our higher low, we put in a higher high, we put in a higher low, we put in a higher high. We've gotten a local change in market structure here, local change in structure on the oscillator. Now we're at the make it or break it zone for Bitcoin. All right, we are at the make it or break it zone for Bitcoin. All right. Again, we are coming to a very key level right now. The Fibonacci golden pocket from the last high that we put in to the low, confluence with the high volume node of this large range that we've been trading literally all the way back from March 2023. The back test of the trend line that goes all the way to December 2022. So this is a very key level, guys. If Bitcoin is going to reject, it's very probable that it happens from either this level here or we get a fake out to 30K and then get the real rejection. But this right here, guys, is so key. This trend line is so key. Now, let's put on some other levels on the chart, okay? What do we have on the chart as important zones of support and resistance? We need to be aware, okay? What we have done just now is quite phenomenal. All right, let me remove these trading ideas that I have on my chart here. Okay, yeah, let's zoom in here. Let's go to the 1 hour. So as you can see, we have come up to an area where we have filled some single prints. We made a lot of single prints on the way down. There's still more single prints above us. And if we just look at this chart with nothing else here, all right? Just look at the chart with nothing else here. I want you to notice something. It's a very, very, very smooth move down here, right? A very smooth move down. When you have a smooth move down, it can be equally of a smooth move back up. Now, it's obvious to anybody with eyes that we have a support resistance flip right here. at around 28.5. It's very obvious to anybody with eyes, because look at this, right? When we're looking for key levels on a chart, we want to always go back in time and ask ourselves, where were the key levels in the past? When we draw a line at 28.523, anybody with eyes right here, we'll go to the 4 hour, the 12 hour, right? We can see that 28.520 was resistance all the way back in March. It was resistance again in June. It was support in August. And now we can see it's also going to be a very key area of resistance. And in addition, if we pull the fib from the high to the low, right around that area is the Fibonacci golden pocket. Now, typically I would say this is a very, if we're looking for a short trade, this is the area where we would want to be looking around 28.5. 28.5, that's going to be a key area if we keep pumping up. But something else we need to keep in mind is the fact that we have market structure here, which is extremely short squeezable. All these highs right here, we take a look at them, right? What do we notice about them? We notice that pretty much we have all these highs here that price made along the way down, and we know that there's probably stop losses above the highs here, probably stop losses above the highs here. And if we go down to even lower time frames, we can see that we've got like wicks coming all the way up to this area, these highs right here. So what that means is if we come above right now this key support, it would be a very easy short squeeze to grab all the liquidity, everybody who's short from these areas with their stop losses, including your boy, right? Look at me, I'm also in a short. Of course, I added to this short later. I entered it at a different place. But yeah, I would get short squeezed here because I am short from 29,350. And of course, you know, I've already locked in a really juicy profit, about 0.2 Bitcoin. So I don't care if I get stopped out of this trade, but we have to think, if I was the market maker, if I was the whale, if I was the big player, you know, if I was that one kid in 6th grade who already went through puberty with the full beard and the deep voice, when you're 11, you know that guy, right? I know that guy. What would you do if you wanted to fill a big short order? You would need a lot of liquidity, right? You need a lot of liquidity, and when stop losses on shorts get hit, those are buy orders on the book. You can't sell unless someone's buying. You can't buy unless someone's selling. So this is a very peculiar time to be looking out for the Bitcoin. We are going to be taking a look at some lower time frames here. The 4 hour looks bullish, the 3 hour looks bullish, the money flow looks bullish, objectively speaking. Can we expect a massive pump like this without some kind of a correction? I don't know, actually. I actually don't know. It's hard to say, right? It's really, really hard to say. It's hard to say. If we didn't have news here, right? If we didn't have this news, I would probably, I would say that this is bullish, right? If we didn't have news affecting the price here. The 12-minute time frame also looks very bullish. Here's what it looks like to me. We're seeing the money flow curve to the upside, and we're printing a red dot. So this tells me probably we're going to form some kind of a bull flag here. We're either going to do this, like a little range, and then like whoop, and then break out, or we might just do something like this where we range for a while, but we fail to ever like make bearish market structure locally, and then we just break out again. This is what the 12-minute looks like to me in the context of all the other time frames. This looks bullish as heck to me. All right, this looks bullish as heck to me. So personally for me, if I was going to look for a short trade, I would not be shorting any of this right now, right? I would not be shorting any of this right now. The next place I would look for a short is if we come back up to 28.5, and then I'd be looking around that $30,000-ish level, right? This to me is bullish on all time frames. So I would not be looking for a new short here, okay? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Okay, it's life-changing news. Gen X Crypto. Grayscale won the court case versus the SEC. Is that true? Guys, FOMO into the like button. We got about 700 people in here, about 100 likes. Let's see if we can't get the likes up to 1,000. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are amazing. Shout out to Newt. Shout out to James. Shout out to Deepak Lohan. He says, breaking news, Grayscale wins court case to convert GBTC into the first spot Bitcoin ETF in the USA. Rocket to the moon, baby. Okay, well, here's the thing. All right. And I don't mean to be any kind of a spoil sport or the bearer of bad news, okay? I do not, all right? But the reality is, guys, just because bullish news comes out does not mean Bitcoin's going to put in a new high. In fact, for the historically documented past in this uptrend, it's been the bearish news that leads to a big pump, right? If we can get 1,000 likes on this video without a bot, I'll be giving away 1,000 USDT. Shout out to Marcin. Shout out to Amon T. Shout out to J Money. Shout out to Mass Adaption. Bart Simpson Pattern, says somebody. Potentially, we don't know. We don't know. Mass adoption with Bitcoin. Look, guys, bullish news does not necessarily mean bullish in the short term, right? Bullish news does not necessarily mean bullish in the short term. When I say short term, I'm talking the next few days. All right? I'm talking the next few days. All right, so let's get this Bitcoin. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Talk about a perfect entry. Talk about a perfect entry on MEXC. Shout out to MEXC, by the way, guys. Because if you had taken this trade on ByBit, you would have been stopped the heck out. But on MEXC, man, still going strong. All right. People say we're going to Bart Simpson pattern. Shout out to Sudeep. Should I lower the music? You guys think I should lower the music? All right, everyone can hear loud and clear. All right, we'll lower it a little bit just to please the crowd, guys. Just to please. Yo, shout out to Spiritual Logic, a.k.a. Hulk in the house. Bro, God bless you, man. Crazy to see you here, man. Crazy to see you here, my friend. That is crazy. God bless you, bro. Thanks for checking out the stream. All right, so we are coming up to key area of resistance. Again, for me, no short trades will be looking to be taken here until I start to see a local bearish divergence on the 12-minute. Now, you might say, Jason, we definitely have a bearish div right now on the 24-minute. We don't have it. We don't have it, guys. We have no bearish divs on the 24-minute. We have no bearish divs on the 12-minute. What I would want to see right now is I would want to see the price come up to another key area of resistance. Wait for the next breakout, and we want to see the 12-minute start to do this. Boop. Once we see the 12-minute money flow and momentum waves curve to the downside, that's when we know we're running out of steam. But right now, in my opinion, this is full steam ahead. This is full steam ahead. This is wild. This is wild. And just to recap for anybody coming into the stream right now, Bitcoin has been looking bullish, printing a hidden bullish divergence on the daily, printing a bullish divergence on the 4-hour, the bullish Sam Bankman-Fried boot pattern on the 4-hour time frame. We could see the money flow and the momentum waves getting higher as the price is getting lower, just like our good friend SBF. And that has led to a pump to the upside, but we are also understanding the fact that we are in bearish market structure, okay, on some exchanges, which means for me, this area and this area are going to be the two areas where I'm actually looking for a short trade. Now, you can see we're coming up to area number 1. So you might ask yourself, Jason, are you going to short? My answer to you is no. Even though we're rejecting right now from the golden pocket, the 618 Fibonacci, I'm not comfortable taking a short here, guys. I'm not. And the reason why is because my 12-minute indicator is telling me bullish things right now. Let's check out the order flow. All right, let's check out the order flow. How's the order flow looking? We'll go to the 5-minute time frame. We don't really see any bearish divergences forming here. We did see a lot of shorts liquidated at that high. And we see some shorts opening up here as well. Right? We see some shorts opening up here as well. We actually see more shorts than longs opening up here, which to me is bullish, right? When you see more shorts than longs opening up after a big pump like that, ugh, man, in my opinion, that's fuel to the fire to pump to the upside. That's the dumb money, the early shorters. When the 12-minute looks like this, money flow curving, again, I would expect some kind of consolidation here before another pump. And when we get that next pump, then we can be looking to, in my opinion, the POC of the range, the punto del control, if you want to speak a little Espanol, right? My poor grandfather, my poor Cuban grandfather. Shout out to my Cuban grandfather. He turned 96 on Saturday. We had a party for him. He turned 96. Anyway, he grew up in Cuba, and me and my gringo brother, we always speak really bad Espanol just to upset him, right? The poor guy, right? What do we call it? He likes to eat arroz con pollo, but we call it arroz con polo. He just can't take it. Shout out to my grandpa. Shout out to you, Pa. I love you. I love you so much. You're literally the best guy I know in my life. One of the top 3 most generous, kind-hearted, hard-working, good people out there. All right. And then, again, we're talking about the fact that if we can reclaim the golden pocket point of control-ish area, it could be a very easy short squeeze up to these highs, because there's so much liquidity here. Again, it would be a very easy squeeze up to here. Stop losses look at what happened on the way down, all right? We need to, if we invert the chart, let's invert the chart to illustrate a point, right? When we invert the scale, all right, let's invert the scale. Boom, okay? Look at this dump, right? Look at this dump. What happened here? Pretty much the exact opposite of what's happening now, right? We had the range, and then we stopped out all these guys, and then because of this big move up, we had an equally big move down. But once we hit the support, right? We hit the support that was supposed to be right around here. We kept going. We kept going. Why? Because we had all these guys here to get stopped out. Because we had all these guys here to get stopped out. Right? The market's just a big liquidity grab game. Right? The big players, they can't fill up big orders unless there's a whole bunch of people trading the opposite direction. Right? So we need to look for where that liquidity is going to be. We need to look at our indicator to give us a little hint. Right? Market Cipher B. How's Sam Bankman-Fried's boobies looking? How's the uneven butt cheeks looking? You know what I'm saying? If we were looking for a short, we want to see Gary Gensler's bald-headed pattern. Market Cipher be getting lower over time. Smile getting more photoshopped over time. Not seeing that now. No. Shout out to Mark Harris. Bless you, brother, in the name of Yeshua. Bless this pump in the name of Yeshua. Thank God we didn't break another level down. This guy is so effing bullish. My grandfather just made it to the singularity. Crazy guy. I mean, he literally was born like without electricity or a car or anything, and now he lived through all that. What a crazy thing. Shout out to Crypto Carnage in the chat. Shout out to Woodman, head and shoulders pattern. He says there's a head and shoulder pattern. Yeah, exactly, my friend. Exactly, my friend. So that's what we're looking at, right? If this is going to be our key area of resistance right here, we are looking at a head and shoulders pattern, right? That's exactly what we're looking at, guys. Because keep in mind, right? Lest we forget, at least on the ByBit chart, we have made a bearish change into bearish market structure here, right? So every trading idea we have needs to start with a thesis, a reason as to why we're looking for the market to do something, right? We can't just chase price, right? We can't just wait for the SEC who won't let me be, but let me be me and let me eat meat, right? We have our high, we have our higher low, we have our higher high, we have our lower low. This is tipping us off. that now we can be looking for that head and shoulder. And I know it's not the Fibonacci golden pocket, but this is a perfect area. We've got the 786 right around here. We've got all that liquidity here. We've got the high volume node of this mini range right here. Right here. In my opinion, this is a very valid and good potential swing short idea for Bitcoin. And I would look to take it down to a new low. But here's the thing, and here's the kicker, right? Let's go to Coinbase. Coinbase.com. You guys ever heard of Coinbase? Where can I get this Bitcoin? Just go to www.coinbase.com. And you can buy it with a credit card? Yeah. You could even use a credit card, or you could just link your bank. Wow. Have to get me some of that Bitcoin. Shout out to Mark Harris. Aren't these patterns for retail? They are, but they're not, my friend. They are, but they're not. See, here's the difference between retail traders and traders who trade these patterns the way I trade them. A retail trader says, you know, aha, after everything's formed, after price does this, right, already, and is down here, the retail trader says, aha, I see a head and shoulders pattern and I'm going to short when it breaks down, right? And so then they short literally the bottom of a massive move, right? We've already had a 30% move down and they short at the low, right? That's what the retail trader does. They short at the low, right? This would be the retail trader setup. Now, again, the retail traders were also shorting this because, oh, it's so bearish. It's a bear flag, right? So what we need to do is we need to think one step ahead of the retail trader. We need to say, aha, I don't see a head and shoulder yet, but I see that we've changed market structure and I see that we could start to form a head and shoulder here at resistance, which means this is my trade setup, which means I'm shorting the top, right? Boom. And so even if the head and shoulder fakes out, well, I just made 25%, right? Even if it fakes out, I'm in a winning trade from the top. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That's the big difference here. Right? Most people right now, except for you, who made the comment, most people are not yet looking at a head and shoulder. They're going to wait until it's already here and then short the breakdown if it happens. That's how people get wrecked, shorting support, right? Now, here's something else, right? This is Coinbase.com. You guys know that on ByBit, the derivative exchanges, right? On the derivative exchanges, we have not made a, on the derivative exchanges, we have made a lower low. On the spot exchange, like Bitcoin and MEXC, right? Look at this. Look at this. This is MEXC right now. You can see on MEXC, we didn't make a lower low. I didn't long the exact bottom, right? I longed this exact bottom, set up given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, because I was longing a very, very key support resistance flip, right? On MEXC, I never got stopped out of that long. I took a profit. Quarter Bitcoin profit. In fact, let's see. I can see that I lost trading fees, funding fees. I lost 0.02 Bitcoin on funding fees. I could have had 0.03 more Bitcoins if I had just not paid those dang fees. But you know what? This exchange did not make a lower low. So that actually takes away credibility from this whole head and shoulders idea. Because on Coinbase, right, we have yet to break that high time frame market structure. So this makes it a little bit peculiar, all right? A little bit peculiar, in my opinion, right? We could even do something like this, right? Let's just do something like this. Would you look at that? Just pulling trend lines and stuff everywhere. This is an interesting trend line. Is this not an interesting trend line? Look at this, support, resistance, consolidation, support, right? We've got this thing going on. So until Coinbase takes this low, I'd say there is a chance here that the low could be in. But even if the low is in, I'd be very cautious looking for a new high higher than this one. I'd be very cautious looking for a new high right now. It's a bearish trend locally, right? High, low, lower, high, lower, low. Locally, bearish trend, even on Coinbase. And unless we can reclaim and hold 30.3K where we have all that liquidity, it's still a bearish trend locally. So I'd say that this is still most probable to happen here. That's just how I'm viewing it, based on the weekly bearish divergences and all that kind of stuff. But let's see. We have to play the wait and see game, right? We can't know. What's price going to do? It depends. We can't know for certain what the price is going to do, but the only thing we can know for certain is that we mark our key areas of support and resistance. We look at what's most probable to happen. We wait for our confirmations, and then we execute with good risk management, right? We have to have plans in advance. If-then scenarios, right? If-then scenarios. You know, for example, this short trade from the exact top. I didn't know it was going to be the exact top, right? I didn't know I was going to short Bitcoin from the exact top, but I had a plan, right? I had a plan to short 31,750. I knew what confirmations I wanted to see. That the only two shorts I was interested in taking at the time were these two, right? I'm not chasing price. I have two plans. These are the only two short trades I'm interested in. Right? I actually took both of them. The first one, small move, small profit. The second one, massive move, massive profit. Wait for your plans to come into fruition. Wait for your confirmations, guys. That's the name of the game. As the Bitcoin price is consolidating exactly as I was expecting it to do based on the indicators, could be wrong, right? I absolutely could be wrong. We might just dump all the way back down to Carolina. But, you know, based on the 12-minute, based on the 6-minute money flow, I'd say range locally, another move up, and then we can start to look for the shorts. Shout out to Grayscale. They won their court case against the SEC. That's awesome. That's legit. That's legit. All right. Volume is dwindling. Yeah, volume is dwindling. Let's take a look at the order flow once again. Okay, yeah, massive decrease in volume. We had 36 million at the high, then down to 20 million with a lower high, 10 million with an equal high. Volume is dwindling down. We have longs are closing out. We have a lot of shorts actually still open here. Yeah, volume is dwindling. This is not looking strong for the upside, but this is also, in my opinion, not looking very very dumpy to the downside based on what I would be looking for here, right? And of course, I could be wrong, but here's the thing. I would much rather be wrong and miss a trade than take a gamble and lose money and then in hindsight say, you know what, I should have just stuck to my plan. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. That's how you lose money, is by thinking to yourself, well, I wasn't planning a trade here, but that's how you lose money, man. At least that's how I lose money. I don't know about y'all. Maybe y'all make a ton of money doing that. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. But we are rejecting from the trend line to the exact dollar almost. Wow. Look at that. So we are at a resistance. I'm hoping for a little bit higher here, guys. Let's see what happens here. All right, let's see what happens here. We're gonna have to wait and see. Shout out to White Phoenix. His supply order block was hit. Shout out to White Phoenix. Do I run out of breath? I don't run out of breath. I'm in very good cardiovascular conditioning. Right? You got to keep your cardio up, guys. All right. So I'm yeah, I would look to short that right shoulder if we get up there with bearish divergences. Absolutely. Absolutely. Did we have a CME gap here, JSIC? Let's check out to see if we had a CME gap. Did we have a CME gap? Hang on. I mean, not really. No, not we didn't really. No, we didn't have a CME gap. No CME gaps. No CME gaps here, y'all. So let's talk about first of all, shout out to White Phoenix, man. White Phoenix is about to have his course out. The White Phoenix course in the Casper crew. Man, White Phoenix is absolutely destroying it with his trade setups in the Casper crew. Let's see. All right, so let's zoom in here because we might see a change in market structure locally. All right, so let's discuss what's happening in real time right now. We have ourselves a high that we just put in here, and we have ourselves a low. So once we lose 27,269, that's locally now a lower low, which means technically if we put in a lower low, we could look for a scalp short trade from, now this is not necessarily a trade that I would take according to my trading style, but we would be saying, all right, if we're going to change market structure locally, then we could look for a short like this with bearish CBD divergences, right? Actually, it would be more like this. It would be more like this. It would be more like we want to lose the low and then into that zone and then look for a scalp short like there. Or what we could also look for now is basically the same thing that I'm looking for in general, which is a higher high with bearish divergences happening on these time frames, preferably the 12-minute and down. All right, so those would be right now, if you're just coming to these charts as a day trader, you would be saying to yourself, a potential short from this area if we make a lower low and we get bearish CBD divergences into the golden pocket, which basically means we want to see longs opening up. We want to see more longs opening here than there were here, but we want to see that without price making a higher high. Right now that seems a little unlikely just based on the low volume here, but we'll have to wait and see, right? We had about 29 million. 32 million at the high. So basically means if we see anything on the CVD indicator higher than 32 million with an increase of open interest and we're making a lower high, that's absorption. That's bearish, right? That's bearish. All right, we do have a CME gap, says Money. Yeah, I guess the indicator I'm using is messed up. I guess it's messed up. Shout out to First Coast Crypto. Shout out to JT. K-Pax had one. Okay. Shout out to Divine Hood. He says we're turning the anchor VWAP into support and holding it at 27.3. Interesting, man. Well, that's bullish. That's bullish. That's bullish. Where's the anchored VWAP from? Yeah, let's go down and check out. Is the anchored VWAP? Let's take a look at some anchored VWAPs. Let's take a look at some anchored VWAPs. Where's my anchored VWAP? Did it move? Wait a second. Where the heck is the anchored VWAP? Someone help me out. I don't see the anchored VWAP anywhere. Must have moved. Huh. Yeah, must have moved here. They went over the anchored VWAP is. Let me know in the chat. Above the brush. All right. Above the brush. Thanks. Here we go. Anchored VWAP. Thank you. All right. So let's take it from the low. And then let's take one from this low. All right, so now let's take one from this low. And then let's take one from the last low before the pump. All right, I don't see one there, Divine Hood, but you know, maybe you're looking even more locally than I am. So just based on this, I would say, look, this is bullish market structure now with market Cipher B looking pretty dang bullish. This is our sideways range, right? We've got the high right about here. We've got the low, technically right down here. And then this is also a very key area right here. And so now that we've changed into bullish market structure locally, meaning we're starting to make higher highs and higher lows, we can look for a retracement. We can look for a retracement for a long trade. So I would be interested now in something like this. If we're going to come back down, here, let's go ahead and pull a fixed range. Yeah, if we were going to come back down here, I would be super interested in a retest. So let's pull our fib from that big wick down. Now, this is crazy now. Wow, okay. I have to say, guys, that this right now, just looking at this chart, the most interesting trade I see is this one here. Why this one? Because we have lots of long stop losses to get stopped out here, right? And just below it, we have the Fibonacci golden pocket. Having changed from bearish into bullish market structure locally, now we could say this could be a good long setup to shoot for 28.5. which technically is a really nice, like 7-to-1 risk-reward ratio. This would be the next juicy long setup I would be looking for, just based off what I see happening locally here. This is a really nice setup, a really nice entry into a cool level of support down here. CDW into the golden pocket. We had this triangle here, right? We had this triangle here. We have broken out, and we've just about hit the target. Not quite yet, right? We're looking for a little bit higher here, but we don't see bearish divergences, right? So imagine if we give everything back, but we make a higher low, right? We don't hit the final target of the triangle, we give everything back, we make a higher low, we grab all the liquidity from this area that we had all down here, basically all from Tuesday, the 22nd of August, all the way until today. And we come down there with bullish divergences, with the bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern. on market Cipher B, the memory flow and the momentum waves getting higher. Can you imagine? That would be a nice setup, right? Okay, so here we are, and we have not yet changed local market structure at all, right? Remember, we had our high right up here. We had our low right down here. We're saying if we come below this low, we might be able to look for a scalp short. We have yet to change market structure bearish. There's, in my opinion, nothing objectively weak about this at all right now. We take a look at our order flow chart. We are starting to see a few longs come in here. Let's wait and see like how this plays out. Like, let's wait and see how this plays out. Let's wait and see how this plays out. I am going to pull a fib here, guys. I'm going to pull a fib here. All right, so we've already rejected from the local golden pocket 786 zone here, but we haven't made a lower low yet. All right, these are all things to keep in mind. The DXY has changed market structure. That's interesting. That's interesting. Guys, make sure to like the video. We got about 800 people in here, only 300 likes. If we can get 800 likes in the next 2 minutes, I will give away 1,000 USDT. Can we get 800 likes by 11:32 a.m. Eastern Time? If everyone likes the video, we'll do a giveaway. The clock is ticking. Smash up the like button. FOMO into the like button. The like button's going to 100K. If the hourly forms bear divs, then we'll dump. Let's check out the hourly. You are right, my friend. The hourly is printing a bearish divergence here. So, it is. And we might dump, but if we do, I do not care because I am short from higher. I don't have enough confirmation here for me to take a short. That's just how I do it. Shout out to everyone who liked the video just now. You guys are awesome. Shout out to the Azazel. What's going on, Willy Wonka? Thanks for the thumbs up, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate that a lot, man. It's been a crazy day for me, guys. Is he in a long or short? Asks Victor. The answer is yes, my friend. I'm in a short. I'm literally in a short from the exact top. And I'm literally in a long from the exact bottom. And I'm in another short from right here. So I'm in multiple trades. I haven't taken a trade today. I haven't gotten any confirmations. All right. So I'm in 3 Bitcoin trades right now. So I play both ends of the candlestick, my friend. That's how I roll. All right, nice and chill and relaxed. All right, if you want to learn how to do it, look, if you want to join the Casper crew, JasonCasperTrading.com, click the link to join the crew. We do multiple live streams every single day. We've got amazing traders in there doing live streams, giving their trade setups. You'll learn a lot. We have a whole beginner section in there now. Also, if you want to learn how I trade, check out the courses, 25% discount in all my YouTube videos. Also, if you want to trade on MEXC, $9,000 deposit bonus, best fees out there, right? Best fees out there. 0% limit order fees, 0.1% market order fees. Only trade if you know how to trade, guys. If you don't know how to trade, you're definitely not going to get rich quick. You're going to get poor real quick. Well, actually, if you've never traded before and you start leverage trading, you're going to get rich real quick, and then you're going to become broke slowly over time, right? Because the market's like a drug dealer. That first gamble trade you take will triple your account in a day, and then you'll slowly lose everything you have, including all your dignity, over the consequentive next few months. So you got to make sure you know what you're doing, all right? All right, we didn't get 800 likes in 2 minutes, but I still appreciate all you guys. I love you guys. God bless you all. I have to head out, y'all. I got stuff to do on the homestead, but may the Lord bless you. May he protect you. May he shine light upon you. May he have grace upon you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace in Jesus' name. Even if you're not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace!